Hey everyone, welcome back to another rollout review with yours truly, Reviewer TF. Today we're going to stray from the action figure genre of reviewing and go towards fan films today. Because I just watched a fan film and I think it's incredible and I think it'd be great if I review it. So here we go. The fan film is called Cybertron Falls: The War Within, Part 1, because Part 2 right now hasn't come out yet. So I'm just going to be reviewing Part 1. Anyway, it was made by the name brand company in addition with TFI Creations, and it is the sequel to Cybertron Falls, a Transformers fan film, which preceded it. I like this one a lot better than the first one, probably to do with the animation and the scripting and the storyline. It was a lot better. Anyway, let's get to it. First things first, the story. Every good story needs a good outline, and it's got to be easy to follow. And for me, it was super easy to follow because, well, I know the Transformers lore and everything. For those of you who don't know a lot about Transformers lore and all of that, it might be a little tad difficult to follow, but these people know what they're doing, and you can follow along easily with it. The character development, I really liked that. I really like how they developed the characters of Optimus Prime and Megatron. I really enjoyed the scene where they're facing the river of lava and the machine guns, and he says,
"Looks like something the old Jet Judo can handle, huh?"
And they go into this backstory kind of rant, and it really shows us how they used to like each other. They used to be friends, and they used to know what ticked them off and what didn't. And I kind of like how Optimus teased Megatron, like, come on, where's your youthful spirit, that kind of thing. And I also liked it how Optimus Prime rode Megatron through the river of lava. That was pretty cool, but pretty awkward at the same time. Anyway, animation. The animation was surprisingly good for a fan film. I've watched a ton of Star Wars fan films, and those have great animation. A lot of the Cybertron Falls Transformers fan films don't really have that great animation. It's mostly just stop motion and then the typical stuff that TFI Creations does. The animation, I thought it was spectacular. Of course, it's not as good as the actual animation we see in the Transformers movies, but this is really, really good for people who are, I'm going to say unprofessional, because these people, they don't tend to do actual like movies from like Universal, Disney, or anything. They just want to make a movie. They just want to make a Transformers movie, and to that I say bravo. So the animation, surprisingly good. I believe it was made with Blender last time I checked, but anyway, surprisingly good. Anyway, the voices. I enjoyed the voices. Optimus Prime, that was a really good voice choice. Megatron was a good voice choice. We saw Samuel J. Flatman as Bumblebee, again, which we saw in the first Cybertron Falls, and Samuel J. Flatman heads up all the TFI Creation stuff. But the actor for Starscream, I watched it with some other people, and some of the other people said, did they get a woman to play Starscream? Because the voice is really, really high, and I get that Starscream's voice is supposed to be really, really high, but you can tell in G1, and I think also in the movies, that, you know, it's a guy doing it. So, anyway, I think that's the only complaint I have about casting. Everyone else that was cast was reasonably good. Special effects. The special effects for lighting, I would say that was good. However, the special effects when it came to explosions, fire, and blaster bolts, not as good as I thought it would be. We did see sparks and other stuff like bubbles, although we can see the bubbles kind of following Optimus for a few seconds there. But yeah, special effects, they're iffy. But then again, this is a fan film, and this is really, really good for a fan film. And I'm just gonna break it down, the story right here. So, the Autobots got off the Ark, they're on Earth, we see Cup and Bumblebee, they're repairing, Bumblebee's repairing Cup, and now they're gonna go meet Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime finds a cave with like a Cybertronian tunnel or something. Megatron finds Unicron, forms an alliance with him. Starscream thinks he's nuts. Starscream takes over, runs away. Megatron chases after them, finds Optimus Prime's signal, and tries to grab the Matrix from Prime because, well, Unicron wants it, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, Optimus Prime and Megatron, they go through all these tests, including weird deep-sea fishes and pools of lava, and of course the Dinobots at the end, which I thought was a surprising twist, which we usually see them as Autobots, Dinobots, but we see them now as Guardians of the Matrix, and I thought that was a really unique way to display those characters. And at the end, of course, Megatron backstabs Optimus, and, well, pretty much front stabs him in the body, and then takes the Matrix from himself, walks off. Optimus tells Megatron, and then we see the crown descending, and Starscream grinning. Well, it's like a really evil grin, you can tell, and it kind of makes your stomach turn. Anyway, they animated Starscream's face really well. Anyway, and then we see him smiling, and then it turns to black, and of course the infamous "to be continued." And as we all know, the infamous "to be continued" words on every single movie or TV show or film we've ever watched, it kind of sends us on a rant. We're like, why don't they make a second one? Why don't they just put it along with the first one? Probably the best reason is that they can't do it all at once. They probably have to do it in sections, so they're going to do part 1 right now, and then part 2 later this February, which is 2022. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with part 2. I saw in the trailers that they're reintroducing Ultra Magnus, a few of the bots, and we're also seeing Devastator as well. So really looking forward to that. And I believe that's it for the fan film. It's about maybe a little over 30 minutes. So if you're going to watch it like as a break or something, that would probably cut into your half-hour break. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching this review. Again, this is Reviewer TF from Rollout Media. Please subscribe to the channel and then push the like button if you did like this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have as much enjoyment watching Cybertron Falls as I did. Thanks, guys.